Hey everyone, Rich Gasaway here. Before I get into today's episode, I want to take a moment to remind you about the early enrollment deadline for the upcoming Situational Awareness Matters Online Academy. The new academy is amazing. Oh my goodness. There are 13 courses that cover situational awareness and high-risk decision-making from A to Z. Now, I know there are departments out there that cannot, for one reason or another, host a live Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop event. The Academy makes it super convenient and really affordable for every department and every member to get this valuable, life-saving content taught by me. There are two different Academy levels that you can choose from, basic enrollment and premium enrollment. With the basic enrollment, students get full access immediately to all 13 courses for a full 6 months. There are quizzes along the way to ensure that learning is occurring. And when the students successfully complete all 13 courses, they receive a certificate authenticating they are an Academy graduate. With the Premium Academy enrollment, students get all the features of the basic enrollment, plus they're able to attend a monthly live teleseminar with me, where I will be offering coaching and answering student questions. Just think of it like virtual office hours with the instructor. The teleseminars will be recorded and available for playback if a student is not able to attend live. I'm really excited about this. In fact, I don't even think that I've been this excited since the birth of my children. Why am I so excited? Because for the first time ever, this powerful safety message is now available for every first responder worldwide, not just those who can attend the live events. I love delivering this message live. But I know there is a limit to how many live events I can do in any given year. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the live events. Without a doubt, they're the most impactful of all the training that I do. But if you can't attend a live event, you now have a convenient and affordable alternative. And that makes me feel really, really good. The Academy officially launches in January. However, right now, through the end of November, so you only have a little bit more than a week left, I'm offering an amazing early enrollment special where you can get the premium enrollment. That includes the live access to me and the teleseminars for the price of the basic enrollment. That's a 50% savings on the already low tuition cost. If you're interested in learning more about the Academy, including what you'll learn in each of the 13 courses, and learn more about the early enrollment special, just visit my website, samatters.com. Click on the green box on the right side of the homepage, the green box that says Online Academy. It really is that simple now to bring this powerful training in-house for your members. Check it out. Today's episode is sponsored by Midwest Fire. For more than 20 years, Midwest Fire has been manufacturing high-quality tankers, tanker pumpers, and fire rescue vehicles in the United States and Canada. Keeping firefighters safe while enhancing their capabilities is what they do best. To learn more, go to MidwestFire.com.
This is Captain Eric Dryman from the Indianapolis Fire Department, and you are listening to the SA Matters radio show with Dr. Rich Gasaway. The SA Matters mission is simple. They want to help us see the bad things coming in time to avoid bad outcomes.
Hello, and welcome to episode 135 of the Situational Awareness Matters radio show. I'm your host, Rich Gasaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence environments. The SA Matters mission is simple: to help you see the bad things coming in time to avoid bad outcomes. I'm coming to you today from Clearwater Beach, Florida, where I'm in town to deliver a general session presentation for the International Association of Fire Chiefs Volunteer and Combination Officers Section Symposium in the Sun. The symposium is the leading conference for volunteer and combination fire departments. There are two conference opportunities for you with the Symposium in the Sun in Clearwater Beach, Florida, and the Symposium in the West in Reno, Nevada. You can check them both out at VCOS, which stands for Volunteer Combination Officers Section, vcos.org. For the past 8 years, I've sponsored a $1,500 scholarship for emerging fire service leaders to attend the symposium. This year's recipient was Captain Jeff Gooch from the Cranberry Township Volunteer Fire Department in Pennsylvania. Congratulations to Jeff and all the previous recipients. At the VCOS Symposium, when I get up to the podium, I always challenge the audience for them to step up and to give back. There are many people in the fire service who've had many blessings in their career, and to give back, to sponsor a scholarship, or to sponsor someone to attend a conference is a wonderful way to give back to the fire service community. And I want to give a little shout out to one of my previous recipients, Chief Adam Farrar of the Scott Township Fire Department. Adam was a recipient of the scholarship a couple of years ago, and he reached out to me and he said, "Rich, I want to give back." And give back in a very big way he did. He gave a very, very significant financial contribution toward the Emerging Leader Scholarship. So hats off to you, Chief Farrar, who at the time he was the scholarship winner was Captain Farrar, for stepping up and giving back and showing others the way to be generous with the lessons that you have learned and the success that you have achieved. I really appreciate that. One of the questions I get asked a lot by readers and listeners is, when are you coming to my area? I want to attend a program. Or where are you going to be next? It's really easy for you to find this out. There is a link to my upcoming event schedule right on the SA Matters homepage. If you just go to samatters.com and click the blue box on the right side of the homepage, the one that says Upcoming Event Schedule, then all the events are listed there. If you're interested in hosting a Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop event in 2017 for your department or your association, just contact me on the website by clicking on the Contact Us tab on the top of the homepage, and we'll get something set up for you. Don't wait. I'm actively booking the 2017 programs now. If you want to save some money, here's a tip for how you can host a program at a reduced cost. I schedule many what I call companion programs. These programs are programs on adjoining days to other programs. So if you see I'm delivering a program within a couple of hours of your department and you think you might want to come along as a companion, contact me. You can save as much as 20% off the program cost by being a companion to an existing program. I do roughly 30 of these companion programs each year, and no one ever complains about saving money on the travel expenses. Imagine that. That's what I call a win-win. I want to share with you a really cool email that I got this week from Captain Zachary Smith from Rescue 1, Platoon 1 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It says, "Chief, we started a new daily assignment. We listen to at least one of your podcast episodes every shift, and then we talk about them afterwards. The guys are excited about this, and so am I. Thanks again." Wow. Captain Smith, you, sir, and your crew just made my day, my week, and my month. Now, I know you're going to be listening to this episode, so I want to say to you from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for sharing this podcast with your crew. Thank you to your crew for having discussions about the podcast and the lessons that they're learning. And thank you for sending me an email and offering me this encouragement. It is for you, Captain Smith, and for your crew, and for your safety, and for your families, that I have not missed delivering an episode of this weekly podcast show since 2014. Counting today, that's 135 episodes. 135 consecutive weeks of sharing lessons that I hope first responders find some value in. Thank you. If you want to send me an email of encouragement or post a review on iTunes, it really does inspire me to work harder for you. Before I get into today's segment, I want to take a moment to briefly discuss the Company Officer Development Institute program that I created back in 2009. I made a mention of this in a few of the previous episodes, and I've had 6 departments contact me about hosting this program for their company officers. The Company Officer Development Institute is a 5-day program. No PowerPoint. Did you hear that right? No PowerPoint in 5 days. No book either. The program was developed to help company officers with the skills they need to be successful at the company level. My co-facilitator, Indianapolis Fire Captain Patrick Harper, shout out to Patrick, recently promoted from Fire Lieutenant to Fire Captain. Yay, Patrick! Patrick Harper and I share best practices for leadership, problem solving, conflict resolution, teamwork, motivation, generational issues, discipline, coaching, performance improvement, and more. The program truly is customized to the issues being faced by those who are in the program that week. That's one of the reasons we don't use PowerPoint. We never know exactly what the content of the class is going to be until we get started, because the students set the agenda. And the second reason we don't use PowerPoint is, well, you know, nobody likes death by PowerPoint in a class, especially a week-long class. Frankly, we believe there's a better way to teach company officers on how to be leaders using adult-facilitated learning techniques that we have developed and used in 29 previous offerings of this program to fire departments throughout the United States. It's always amusing to me when we announce on Monday that we're going to do this class without any PowerPoint for the whole week. The looks I get are somewhere between confusion and bewilderment. It's consistent. And then by Friday, the comments go something like this: where did this week go? And it seems like we just got started. Yes, when adults are engaged in the process of learning and not just being lectured to, learning can be fun, and more importantly, the lessons stick. When I'm talking to chief officers about why they might want to host a Company Officer Development Institute program, I explain it this way. We're going to ensure your company officers leave with the skills needed to keep the problems out of your office. They'll learn how to prevent and resolve problems at their level, the company level, and not let those problems get to your level, the chief level. Next month, the Scott Township Fire Department in Indiana will host the 30th offering of the Company Officer Development Institute. And because Scott Township is a combination department, the program format is being customized for them. 3 weekday evenings, followed by a full weekend. I do offer a shorter program and a weekend program version as well for those departments who need that customization. If this sounds like something you're interested in, have your chief or training officer visit the SA Matters website and click the Contact Us tab, or just have them give me a call to discuss the details. Phone number's right on the website. Really is that easy. Okay, in today's episode, we are going to talk about meta-awareness, or the need to have awareness about awareness. I know it sounds confusing, but once you understand what it is and how to do it, you'll see it can be an important skill that can help you develop and maintain strong situational awareness. Okay, I'm going to jump right into the feature segment now, but when I'm done, stick around because I'm going to announce where the upcoming Situational Awareness Matters tour stops are going to be. All right, onward to the feature segment on meta-awareness. Developing and maintaining situational awareness at an emergency scene can be a very challenging task. Scenes are often stressful, complex, time-compressed, and complicated with rapidly changing conditions. Responders have a lot of information to process and many tasks to perform and keep track of. And sadly, situational awareness isn't always in the forefront of their minds. Under such conditions, meta-awareness may help. Awareness about awareness. Meta-awareness is a term that I derive from the work of developmental psychologist John Flavel, who coined the term metacognition to describe a phenomena where a person has cognition about cognition. Or stated another way, they're thinking about the process of thinking. So if you were to pause to think about how you think about things, that would be metacognition. Applied to situational awareness, the term meta-awareness means you are actually having, at a conscious level, an experience where you are thinking about your situational awareness. As in, when you're in the situation, doing all the tasks that you're performing under stress, you're actually at that time giving some thought to your situational awareness at the conscious level. As noted previously, it may not be intuitive or automatic for responders to be consciously thinking about their situational awareness while fulfilling their duties and responsibilities at an emergency scene. If a responder is able to elevate awareness to the conscious level, then it is awareness of awareness. And that becomes an important part of what's going on in the mind of a responder in light of all the other things that they're trying to keep track of at an emergency scene. How to use meta-awareness. Before we go down the path on how to use meta-awareness, it may be appropriate for those who are new to the SA Matters community and to this podcast to offer a working definition of what situational awareness is. Situational awareness is an individual's ability to perceive information, what I sometimes call clues and cues, about what is happening in his or her environment. And then to understand the meaning of those clues and cues in the context of how time is passing. And then being able to make accurate predictions about future events, hopefully in time to avoid bad outcomes. Meta-awareness is a purposeful focus at the conscious level of how you are developing and maintaining your situational awareness. One way to accomplish this is by employing something that I call self-speak. Intrapersonal communications. Do you ever talk to yourself? Of course you do. We all do. This internal personal dialogue is known as intrapersonal communications, or self-speak. Self-help gurus teach their clients to use positive self-speak to maintain a conscious awareness of what is important, or what they should be focused on in order to accomplish their goals. The same concept can be applied to the formation and maintenance of situational awareness. Here's an example of how meta-awareness can help in forming and maintaining situational awareness. The scenario I use is a company officer arriving on the scene of a residential dwelling fire. I will play the role of the company officer and share with you the self-speak that might be going on inside of my head as I develop and maintain meta-awareness at the incident scene. It might sound something like this. Okay, Rich, remember your breathing techniques to keep calm. Breathe in 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, pause for 4 seconds. My situational awareness starts with perception. I have to conduct a size-up, gather factual information about what's happening. In my 360 size-up, I'm going to use my eyes and ears to gather information. The most important pieces of information I need to focus on here, right now, is the smoke and the fire conditions. What is the smoke and fire, color and volume and velocity and density? I need to focus on the environment. Is this fire wind-driven, or is there other weather factors that I need to be concerned about? I need to focus on the building construction and how the building is decomposing under the stress of fire. What is this structure made out of? Am I dealing with a contents fire, or am I dealing with a fire that's compromising the structural components, thus a concern for collapse? The speed. How fast is this fire burning? How fast is the structure being weakened? How fast are the conditions changing? Rescue potential. What's the likelihood there's a savable life inside this structure? with the consideration of the previous things that I'm thinking about: smoke and fire, the environment, building construction, speed of change. Resources. Do I have the right quantity and quality of resources available to me right here, right now, at this moment in time to get the job done? I need to use this information to form my understanding about what's happening and to make my action plan. And this is where I pause and think. Now it's time for me to make some decisions. Critical decision number 1, go or no go. Based on the information I've gathered and what I understand about what is happening, and am I and my crew going to do an interior attack or not? Critical decision number 2, what size hose line should we deploy to support our critical decision number 1 of go or no go? Critical decision number 3, if we go interior, what's our best point of entry and what's my alternate way out if things go bad? Now it's time to predict the future outcome. Benchmark. What do I expect the outcome to be of my actions? Deadline. What is the reasonable deadline to accomplish this benchmark with consideration to all the previous? How much time should it take for this benchmark to be achieved? The answer to this takes into consideration the critical factors that I mentioned above: smoke, flame, construction, decomposition, speed of change, rescue opportunity, and resources available. Only after I have completed this process will I take action. While it seems like it would take a long time to go through this process, once you've turned it into a habit, it really doesn't. It's only going to take a minute or two, and it can be accomplished while you're doing the size up. There are many barriers. Oh, end of the self-talk. Back to the commentary. There are many barriers that will try to impact your ability to form and maintain your situational awareness. Barriers like pre-arrival lens, task fixation, mission myopia, stress, urgency, culture, peer pressure, just to name a few. There are multiple stimuli competing for your attention as well. Crew members looking for orders, radio traffic to be answered, bystanders and homeowners to be addressed. And on top of this, there's a fire burning, which means there are strategic objectives: saving lives and property, ensuring crew and scene safety. With consideration for the complexity of an emergency scene, it can be easy to lose track of the critical information, and it can be easy for you to forget how important developing and maintaining your situational awareness is. Talk to yourself and use meta-awareness to help develop and maintain your situational awareness. Of course, it's also a great idea to talk to your fellow crew members about the same criteria. This will help ensure that the entire team is on the same page. If you've experienced or witnessed a near miss and would like to have a platform to share your lessons learned with others, please contact me by visiting the SA Matters website and clicking on the Contact Us tab at the top of the homepage. Think about it for a moment. The lessons learned from your near-miss event could save the life of another first responder. That's powerful. If you want to share your experience, contact me. Okay, as I always do, I want to take a moment to thank the departments and organizations that have hosted some of our recent Situational Awareness Matters Tour Stop events. I do this to show my appreciation to those organizations who put forth the effort to organize, advertise, and fund great training experiences for their members and others in their region. Your efforts to bring this valuable and powerful training on situational awareness and high-risk, high-consequence decision-making processes to your members and others is greatly appreciated. Recent tour stops included the North Dakota Hazmat Conference in Bismarck, the Miami Valley Risk Management Association programs in Centerville and Piqua, Ohio, the Davenport Fire Department in Iowa, and where I am now, the Volunteer and Combination Officer Section Symposium in Clearwater Beach, Florida. And by the time this episode airs, I will have completed an officer development program for the International Association of Fire Chiefs, funded by Motorola Solutions in Durham, North Carolina on November 17th. And then I'll be on to Scott Township Fire Department, November 30 to December 4th, doing the Company Officer Development Institute. This runs Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evening, and then Saturday, Sunday. December 6th, I'll be giving a presentation at the All Hazards Incident Management Team Conference in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay, you heard me mention earlier companion programs. This next run of programs is a prime example of how agencies can take advantage of being companion programs. December 11th, Oakland District Fire Department in New Cumberland, West Virginia. December 12th, Jefferson County LEPC in Steubenville, Ohio. December 13th, the Swissvale Fire Department in Pennsylvania. December 14th, the Minerva Fire Department in Ohio. December 15th, the Western Reserve Fire District in Poland, Ohio. One airplane ride, 5 agencies, companion together to get great training at a great price. See how that's done? It really is that easy. The award for hosting the final SA Matters Tour Stop event in 2016 will go to the Peters Township Fire Department in McMurray, Pennsylvania, hosting a program on the evening of December 26th. Everybody will be looking to get away from all their in-laws and come and do some training. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks so much to all the program hosts. Here's hoping there'll be a tour stop near you and we'll get a chance to meet up. The last time I delivered SA Matters programs in southwest Minnesota, I stopped by and visited the sponsor of this podcast show, Midwest Fire. Midwest Fire makes all poly fire apparatus, and it's changing the industry. You seriously, if you have not yet, you need to check them out. MidwestFire.com. Poly bodies on fire trucks. Resilient, strong. Oh my, I was there one time, they shot a .38 caliber pistol at a piece of this poly, and it didn't even penetrate. It ricocheted off the poly material that the body of these fire trucks are made with. Oh, check them out. Anyhow, when I went there, I got a chance to sit down and talk to one of their employees about what separates Midwest Fire from their competitors. Let's listen in to learn what happens after the sale and the process that you'll go through for building a Midwest fire truck. All right, I've heard about the No Dealer Network. I've heard about how to get in contact with Midwest Fire. I've heard about the process of speccing a truck, and that's all good. What happens after the sale?
Currently, after the sale, everything gets turned over to myself as project manager. I will then lead you through the build process. If you call in, have questions on your truck, want to make changes to your truck, want updates on your truck, that will all filter through me then rather than the salesman at that time. We take pride in everything we do here. You've heard that many times. But what we want to focus on is making this the best experience we can for the fire department. It's not always easy to get a hold of your salesman, whether he's traveling or on the road or at shows where I'm in-house full-time. Have 100% control with the project manager as well as manufacturing manager of your truck going through the process.
So somebody calls you and they have a question or they're saying, can we make this change or whatever? You literally just walk down the hall, out the door, and you're on the manufacturing floor talking with engineering or with the people who are actually building their truck, and you can do kind of real-time problem solving or adjusting on the specification?
Yep. What we do then, if there is changes to the truck, obviously there'd be a change order involved, but the response time is a lot quicker. Most of the departments we work with have a meeting once a month, the volunteer fire departments. So if they call in, have a meeting the next night, we're able to get an answer to them, a response to them right away, so we're not holding up the project while it's in production.
Super. Well, there you have it, folks. That's what differentiates Midwest Fire from their competitors. So check them out at MidwestFire.com. Thank you, Midwest Fire President Sarah Atchison and all your staff for your awesome commitment to improving first responder safety. I sincerely appreciate your support of my mission. If you're interested in seeing all the locations for upcoming Situational Awareness Matters tour stops, head over to the SA Matters website, click on the blue box on the right side that says Upcoming Event Schedule. Check it often because it's always changing. If you want to give me suggestions about how to improve this show, just shoot me an email by clicking the Contact Us link on the SA Matters website. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing by clicking the red box on the right side of the homepage. And if you do, sign up for that free membership. You'll get a special report that I've created for for the new members called 25 Best Practices for Improving First Responder Safety. All you have to do is just click that red box on the right side of the homepage. If you want to get connected with me on social media, just on Twitter, just follow @RichGasaway on Twitter. You can also find me on LinkedIn by searching Rich Gasaway on LinkedIn. And remember to swing by, check out the new online academy. Click on the green button on the homepage. That'll take you to a page that will explain everything about the academy. Well, that's it. Episode 135 is complete. Thank you to our podcast sponsor, Midwest Fire. Thank you to all of our live event hosts. And now I can say thank you to all of our online academy students. Oh my God, that feels so good to say. And thank you to all of our listeners for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters radio show with Dr. Richard B. Gasaway. If you are interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit samatters.com. If you are interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for an upcoming event, visit his personal website at richgasaway.com.